I accidentally super liked my boss on a dating app. She called me into her office Monday morning and said she couldn't swipe right even if she wanted to. My phone slipped in my hand while I was scrolling through profiles on Saturday night, and suddenly the gold animation flashed across my screen. You super liked Maya, the notification announced, and I literally threw my phone across the room like it was on fire. Maya was my direct supervisor at the marketing agency, the woman who approved my vacation requests and salary reviews. Her profile showed her at a pottery class, the same studio where our team had done a retreat 3 months ago. The thing that made this catastrophic was that I'd been pathetically into her for 8 months. The way she always brought extra coffee for the team during deadline crunches. How she defended my campaign ideas in executive meetings. The way she'd text me terrible puns at 9 p.m. when we were both still working. But crushing on your female boss as a guy felt even worse somehow. Like I was that creep who couldn't separate professional respect from attraction. I spent the entire weekend in hell checking her profile obsessively. She'd been active Saturday night, then Sunday afternoon, then Sunday evening. Each time I refreshed, my chest tightened, knowing she'd definitely seen the notification with my name on it. My roommate found me stress-eating cereal at 2 a.m. Laptop open to LinkedIn jobs in different states. Maybe she'll think it's cute, he offered. But I knew Maya was too professional for that. She'd once rescheduled a one-on-one meeting because my cologne was the same brand her ex wore, and she didn't want it affecting her objectivity. Monday arrived like a death sentence. I showed up at 6:30 a.m., planning to hide in the supply room until Maya's usual 8 a.m. arrival, but her car was already there, parked in its reserved spot like a judge's gavel. I successfully avoided her until 11 a.m. when my phone buzzed with a Slack message. Need to see you about the Morrison campaign. My office. Now. The walk to her corner office felt like a perp walk. She was sitting at her desk, typing something, and didn't look up when I entered. Close the door, Ryan, she said, still focused on her screen. Her voice had an edge I'd never heard before. I closed it and stood awkwardly near her bookshelf. Sit, she said, finally looking at me. We need to address what happened this weekend. My throat went completely dry as I dropped into the chair. Maya, I'm so sorry. It was an accident. My phone slipped. I completely understand if you need to involve HR. I can request a transfer to a different team. She leaned back in her chair, studying me with an expression I couldn't read. You super liked me. It was an accident, I said desperately. I was scrolling too fast. My grip slipped. I didn't mean to. She picked up her own phone, turning it over in her hands. I need to ask you something, and I need complete honesty. My heart was trying to break through my ribcage when you saw my profile before your phone allegedly slipped. What was your first thought? The question blindsided me. Sorry? What did you think when you saw my profile? She was watching me intensely. Before the accident, I felt my face getting hot. I don't know what answer you're looking for. An honest one, she said quietly. Because I've been sitting here since Saturday, trying to figure out how to handle this situation, and I need to know if this was purely accidental or if maybe some part of you intended to swipe right anyway. The office felt like it was closing in. You're my boss, Maya. I'm aware, she said, and something flickered across her face. I'm very, very aware, which is exactly why I've been losing my mind all weekend. She stood up and walked to the window overlooking the parking lot. When I saw your profile, I couldn't swipe right. Her voice was strained. Because I'm your supervisor, it would be inappropriate. It could destroy both our careers, especially mine. She paused, her back still to me. But you super liked me, and for about 30 seconds I thought maybe the universe was giving me permission until I convinced myself it had to be an accident. She turned around. But I need to know, Ryan, was any part of it intentional, or was it completely an accident? I stood up too, my hands shaking slightly. I made a choice. If you weren't my boss, I said carefully, I would have super liked you on purpose. I would have swiped right the second I saw your profile. But you are my boss. So, yes, it was an accident. My phone slipped because I panicked when I saw you there. Something changed in her expression. Something like relief. I'm leaving the company, she said suddenly. What? I got an offer from a competitor 3 weeks ago. I accepted it last Thursday. My last day here is April 12th. The floor shifted beneath me. You're leaving? She nodded slowly. Which means in 4 weeks, I won't be your supervisor anymore. The implication hung in the air between us. She wouldn't be my boss much longer. So would you let me take you to dinner on April 13th? Yes, I said.